into First Take. We have a packed show on deck. Cooper Flagg's debut did not disappoint, but did someone else steal the thunder from last night's Summer League action? And we've got Paul Finebaum back today to reveal his top 3 college football storylines with the season just over a month away. Plus, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers. Which of these AFC North quarterbacks needs a deep playoff run the most? First Take starts now.
Cooper Flagg ready to make his NBA Summer League debut. On the break, punching it home. Welcome to the league, Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, I think the jitters are gone now.
And one, Cooper Flagg.
He does a little bit of everything. You saw all of that on display.
I'm going to regroup. I'm going to be all right. New feeling, new environment, new teammates. But I'm going to just keep going forward.
Good morning. Welcome into First Take. I'm Courtney Cronin, and we've got a huge show today. David Dennis Jr., Kevin Clark, Mike T., Paul Finebaum, Damian Woody, and more. And we start this show right out in Vegas. Cooper Flagg made his Summer League debut last night against Bronny James and the Lakers to a mixed bag of results. While he had some high-flying and clutch plays down the stretch, Flagg finished with 10 points on 5 of 21 shooting from the field in a game that came down to the final buzzer after Bronny James missed a game-winning 3-point attempt. So, Coop, how you feeling after your first Summer League action?
Coaches had a lot of confidence in me. They've been telling me they want me to, experiment, try some new things. I was trying to be aggressive. That's new for me too. I would say that might be one of the worst games of my life. I'm not necessarily worried, but obviously just not happy with how it went. But, at the end of the day, we did get the win.
Yikes, one of the worst games of his life, but obviously it's only day one of what should be a very long career for him, David. Your biggest takeaway from watching Cooper Flagg versus Bronny last night was what?
3 words for Cooper Flagg: real bleeping deal. This dude showed us the complete package. Yes, it was 5 for 21. Yes, the jump shot is going to come. There were some mechanics there that he needs to work on. But what we saw in that last play was the Cooper Flagg experience. A dynamic, athletic block, getting out in the transition and finding the open guy. This is the type of dynamo that he is going to be in the league. Great defense, rebounding, being one of the most athletic guys on the court for his size, for his age, getting out in transition, putting pressure on defenses. There were not a lot of turnovers there for him also, while that Lakers team was putting a lot of pressure on him. And for his first game, I know the shots weren't falling, but what we saw was the promise of a dude who can be an anchor on the Dallas Mavericks team that could be a top 5, top 10 defense in the league. And once he's handling the ball, gets a little better with some of that point guard work and gets into transition and puts that pressure, like I said, we're looking at a guy who is going to come out the gate on fire this season.
Yeah, we've heard from Jason Kidd throughout the preseason that he wants Cooper Flagg to be in that point guard role, primary initiator, ball handler. We saw a little bit of that last night, and I agree with you, David. It felt like he was getting good looks. The shots just weren't falling. 10 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. I think most people in their first game would be okay with that stat line, but think about the hype around this guy going in. These seats, you want to sit courtside last night at the Thomas and Mack Center, you're paying up to $2,500 a ticket. That is coin that I would not be spending on a preseason game, but nonetheless, it was a packed house out in Vegas. On the other side of this matchup, we mentioned it, Bronny James had that last shot. It did not fall. What did you see from the Lakers' sophomore player in his debut last night?
Yeah, the game absolutely lived up to the hype of those ticket prices and the buzz. One of the biggest buzzes of games that we've seen in the Summer League, and a lot of that was because of what Bronny James brought to the table. He came out the gate and had a lot of that fire himself that said, hey, this isn't just about Cooper Flagg. This is Cooper Flagg versus Bronny James. I'm just as good as the #1 draft pick this year. He was taking it to Flagg early on, hit those first couple of shots, including that step back mid-range shot over Cooper Flagg. He was pressuring on defense. When Cooper Flagg got in the paint, Bronny got down in position in his stance and said, I'm not going to let you bully me in the paint. I'm going to be aggressive with you. I'm going to swipe the ball from you. They were jawing at each other. This is growth from Bronny James. He's carrying himself in the Summer League as a guy like, I've been in the league. I've played games. I belong here, and I belong in on a roster somewhere. And I don't care if it's Cooper Flagg or anybody else. I want a piece of this dude in these games. And it was epic basketball, as epic as you can get in a Summer League one-on-one matchup between the #1 pick and the 55th pick.
Yeah, Bronny James, 2 of 8 from the field last night for 8 points. Mavs end up winning this game 87-85. We'll be seeing a lot more from these two throughout the month.
Where Summer League action is underway, and first overall pick, Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks last night were taking on Bronny James and the Lakers. Early in the first quarter, Flagg is going to get the steal. He's going to go coast to coast. He's going to dunk the ball. Those are his first points. Big opening statement by the #1 pick. Very next Dallas possession, Flagg leading the fast break. He's going to take a step back jumper. He's going to make that. Kyrie Irving is enjoying watching him. 8.5 minutes now left in the second quarter. Off the inbound pass, Bronny defending Cooper Flagg. He tries to back Bronny down. Bronny hangs in there, but he gets called for the foul. Did not like it, did not agree with that call. Very next play, Flagg gets the ball again with Bronny defending him, and Flagg makes the turnaround jumper, getting the better of Bronny there. About a minute left in the fourth quarter. Here's Flagg with the block on DJ Stewart. Then he pushes the pace on the fast break, and he finds Ryan Nembhard for the 3. Pretty impressive. Look at the block here again by Cooper Flagg. Doing it all. Final seconds of the fourth quarter, Lakers down by 2. This is Bronny for the 3 and the win. It's off. Mavericks win 87-85. Cooper Flagg had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, and this post-game interview.
Not up to my standard. But I'm going to regroup. I'm going to be all right. It's a new feeling, new environment, new teammates. But the guys held it down. Miles, Ryan, they were amazing tonight. Max. They were great tonight. So, they had my back. I didn't have my best game. But I'm going to just keep going forward.
Our Tim McMahon getting up with us early from Las Vegas. Tim, you were courtside for the big debut. I was just reading his stat line, and it took up half of the A block of our show here just to go through all the different things he did. What was your biggest takeaway?
Howdy, Dan. It was a flawed performance, certainly, but it was fun. He called it one of the worst games maybe that he's played because obviously he did not shoot the ball well. But as you just mentioned, he did a lot of other things. And really, the play that kind of summed up the Cooper Flagg experience, why the Mavericks are so excited about him, was that play at the end. He finds a way to win. Swoops in, swats away the layup. He's in transition. He makes the right play, gets his teammate a wide open 3. Those are winning plays. And, as Summer League coach Josh Brockhamer said, that's Cooper Flagg as advertised.
Yeah, outstanding in a number of different ways. And the 5 for 21 shooting, we assume that'll get better. But how big a part of their plans is he this season? How much of the load will he have to carry this season for Dallas as a rookie?
Look, he's going to be in the starting lineup. He's going to play a significant role. A lot of this Summer League experience is about putting the ball in his hands and, having him play a lot of the point guard type of responsibilities. But he doesn't have to be the primary scorer. They have Anthony Davis, a perennial all-star, a future Hall of Famer who's in his prime. He's going to be the focal point offensively. Obviously, once Kyrie Irving gets back, if he can get back to form, he'll be a primary guy. They have D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson. He doesn't have to carry the load offensively. It's a very unusual position for a #1 overall pick to be in.
And you cover this team for us. You're there in Dallas day in, day out. It's a fan base that's had a little bit of a rough go, been a little salty the last few months as a result of some moves the front office has made, or one in particular. If there are growing pains with Cooper Flagg, if it takes a while to get going, how much patience will that fan base have?
I think the fan base will have a lot of patience with Cooper Flagg. There's an understanding he's an 18-year-old kid. He should have just graduated high school. He moved up a year. Now, patience with the front office, patience with Nico Harrison in particular. Oh, I would not hold your breath for that. And honestly, one of the fascinating little subplots of this will be just how much the angst for Nico Harrison continues. I mean, they have a draft party at the American Airlines Center. 1.8% odds of landing this pick. They're about to draft Cooper Flagg. And Fire Nico chants broke out. I mean, are there going to be Fire Nico chants during Cooper Flagg's debut? I will say there's a lot of reasons this is a gift to the Mavericks organization.
xong mình sẽ dọn nó ra, rồi các bạn sẽ gặp bên này tiếp cho mình. Tiếp xong thì mình sẽ dở nó ra này. Rồi bây giờ mình sẽ gập phần bên dưới này của nó lên đây. Rồi sau khi gấp xong mình sẽ lật sang phần đằng sau. Bây giờ các bạn sẽ gập phần bên dưới này của nó lên đây cho mình. Tiếp theo bây giờ mình sẽ gấp hai bên này của nó lên phần ở giữa này nhé. Rồi tiếp theo mình sẽ gấp tiếp phần bên